No. What's good, gang? Hope you guys are doing litty. This is a collective message. Please remember, it won't resonate for everyone. And if you enjoy the message, make sure you like, donate if you feel called to. Your presence is appreciated regardless. Let's get into the message. Yeah? Alright, I'm getting somebody's investment in taking you down is turning on its head unexpectedly. Oh no! It's turning on their head. It's turning on its head unexpectedly. Like, this is a person who invested in your downfall, right? Could have gathered multiple people to take you down, to, you know, do all sorts of hoodoo, voodoo, oh, it doesn't matter up against the light ones. It doesn't matter what they want to do, man. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Someone's investment is like, it's come to a stop, or like this person connected to this group or whatever, they've been putting a lot of money into like taking you down. This could be someone that's wanted to destiny swap with you. And look, don't watch this if it gets you, you know. Collective readings are collective readings, partly entertainment purposes, but you know, if you know what it is, you know what it is, gang. Yeah, look, look at this, that's wild. It's almost like there is I'm getting a court of law in the higher realms where something is ruled in your favor, okay? Whether you are male, female, they, them, there is a very divine royal energy that you have. These motherfuckers wanted to take that for themselves. They was getting confused, thinking that, I'm just gonna roll with this. You the chosen one. They thought they were chosen until they actually came across a real chosen one. Now they mad. This person's been mad that you chosen and they not. So they did everything in their power, even spent money, siphoned your blessings, siphoned money from you, did everything in their power to get cults together, people together, to take you down, to get you to take yourself out, so that they could take your spot. But some kind of ruling just happened in the higher realms. That's what I'm getting. Oh no. And this person's like, they may notice, whoever this person is that's done this towards you, like they may notice that things have come to a stop for them. Like there's some kind of block of flow in whatever they've been trying to do against you. Yeah, that's what I'm getting so far. But yeah, I'm just getting like this person, when they came across you, for some reason, like this is someone who could love you, you know, for who you are initially. But then they became very threatened, like very threatened and intimidated, because you are a threat to their soul colonization system, right? This person, I'm just gonna call them a cult leader, right? But at the end of the day, the motherfucker they're an angel, right? They're an angel, whether they're fallen or not. Yeah, that's my angel, that's my darling angel. Closer than my peeps you are to me. Lady, shawty, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Girl, you're my friend when I'm in need. Lady, life is one big party when you're still young, but who's gonna have your back when it's all done? Yeah, you was there through my incarceration. I wanna show the nation my appreciation. Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Closer than my peeps you are to me. You know, because the demons that you have that work for you, chosen one, they are so close to your heart. You know what I mean? They mean a lot. You know, you don't just go into the underworld and tame your demons, program them and tell them, come and work for me in this life, and this life. And you're going to wake me up when I need you to do it. You're going to shake me and wake me, baby. That's what this motherfucker just did for you. They just made you evolve. I can't. This message is too good. It's too good. But they literally caused you to evolve. Where they thought they were taking you down. They thought they were taking down someone that didn't deserve to be in the position they're in. That they deserve to be in your position. You know, this motherfucker didn't know you from a bar. So, you don't look like what you've been through. Right? This person's put you through a lot of shit. That you don't look like all the monkey wrenches that have been thrown into your life. Holy moly. This person was throwing monkey wrench after monkey wrench after monkey wrench. Right? He was wondering, shit, where's all my bananas, man? This motherfucker. taking all of your bananas, man. You know, and then they separate you from the group. It's like this person wanted to separate you from all the other monkeys so you can't play, so you feel lonely and shit. Like, silly. Like, but yeah, this is someone who's really interrupted your life, okay? Like, they've really interrupted your life in every level, right? This is someone who's been doing things to throw monkey wrenches into your love life, into your finances, into your stability, into your home, right? But guess what, anyway, the judgment has been called in the higher realm, so we're gonna see what now way the fuck up tonight. Now we got to fight them and I got your license. You ain't doing nothing but running your yap. You ain't, yeah, shit. Look, I don't want the world to see me. This is somebody who's been hiding, right? They've been hiding behind, you know what they say out of the demons? One big demon will have many little spawns that it'll send out so that you get distracted from the big one, or the main, you know, the main cult leader. But yeah, this is someone who's been hiding behind other people, hiding behind other groups while they've been stalking you, right? In every way. You see, like, they're using anything they can. They're using geckos, right? They're using birds. They're using whatever they can to spy on you. Yeah, especially if this is a cult, you know, they think they know some shit. They ain't got nothing on the sky tech, man. They ain't got nothing on the ET tech, right? Try and come up against the ETs. Try to come up against the ancient extraterrestrials. Go on, give me your best shot, motherfuckers. They can't stop greatness, shit. They should be honored by my likeness, that I would even show up to this fake shit. Yeah, they about to go ahead, go nuts, go ape shit. Because your destiny, you will not, look at this. You will not, they wanted you to fall from your destiny, right? You wasn't even finished with your destiny. You wasn't even getting started. These motherfuckers, they're like, I'll kick him off the throne. Off with their heads. But this triggered a massive, look at this, because you truly are magical, and you know, you could be dealing with someone that thinks they have powers, they think that they're chosen, they think that they're, you know, all powerful and so amazing, but they are so out of touch with their true magic, right? This is someone who worships some kind of deity, something. Something, but look, it just serves you in the end. You know what I'm getting? It's like they feel so small next to you. Like, over time, this person started to feel like they were shrinking around you. So they've sent minions, they've sent bots out, they've sent little agents out to try to, you know, bring you down. You know, they've fed people false information about you. They've told people you're full of ego and you're, fuck me, these motherfuckers. But you know what? On this channel, we love mercy and we love grace, you know, and we aren't here to amplify all the hatred that's going on in the world, right? We love mercy and we love grace. It's not to say we gotta love everybody, but we do our best to have mercy on the people that do these things, because in the end, you know, you come to understand that, like, they really do serve your destiny. This person, this cult leader, has actually amplified your powers. And it's like, you've just grown into this, like, they wanted to put you in water, like cause you to how do you say, like drown yourself, you know, like asphyxiate yourself, so you don't say nothing, you don't speak on nothing, you just drown in your emotions and all their spell work and shit. But they didn't realize that you're one of them things, you put them in water and it grows. They didn't know that shit, right? They didn't know that shit. Look, sometimes you just gotta play with the toy, because that's how they see you, like a toy or something. Silly mistake, but you know, you gotta play with something. You gotta play with fire to get burnt, you know, to realize, oh, I won't do that again. You know, everybody makes mistakes now. Everybody makes mistakes now. And look, everybody's watching too. Don't worry, I feel like a lot of beings, a lot of angels, and gang, they've been watching this whole shit go down like a whole movie, because you are so powerful and you have proven it to your whole star family. You've proven this to the source, right? You've proven this to the creator. Right, on top of that, it's given like Like this is someone okay, so you might have been even having issues with, like, you know, coping with your emotions and stuff, or feeling like you needed some therapy, but it's actually this person's energy. Like, they need a lot of therapy. Okay, they need a lot of therapy. Hey, we're talking about trauma awareness. We need trauma awareness. Is there a day for that, or a month for that? Maybe a trauma awareness year. That would be great. But yeah, I'm about to get real deep into it, gang. Real deep into it. Right? But I feel like I'm talking to a soul that remembers they were a star before they were flesh. Okay? You remember that, and that is why you are rising. That is why you will continue to rise. That is why you will rise. You take it how it resonates. Right? But man, I gotta play this. I gotta hit this song. I gotta find the lyrics there. Oh, it's too good. Right? These people wanted to put you in the dark. Doesn't matter. They wanted to put you in the dark. They didn't realize you glow in the dark. Silly. You know? And then another thing. Another thing is, like, what is with people demonizing the Marines? Like, does anybody not remember before Atlantis? Before Lemuria? Probably not. And I probably shouldn't say it in such a patronizing way. I hope that doesn't come across that way. But there was a time where this planet, I really believe that I chose to name myself Tiama. That's my real name. Well, not my real name, but it's my name, birth name. I really believe that I chose to call myself that name because in Tahitian, it means to stand up and be free. It means freedom, to fight for freedom, right? Or aka sovereignty. But I feel like I chose that name because it would remind me, through certain activation points in my, initiation points in my journey, it would remind me of the ancient world that we used to live in here, that we used to live in here on this planet. Before this planet, it was called Tiamat, right? And Tiamat, her body was made, I just feel like there's a lot of myths around it, and this is something that I've actually been channeling. This is unlocking a lot of information in me. But anyway, I won't go too much into it, but I'm talking about Tiamat, and not from an egotistical perspective, but like, I feel like my soul left a key there so that I would be able to remember who I really am, right? And that's the thing, you know, we are, us ancient beings, when I say we're ancients, we're ants, right? we look like ants now, but back then, we was giants, right? There was portals in the ocean. There was, we could go to the Middle Earth, come out, we were connected to everything. The water life, the aquatic life, the marine life was so magical, right? And you know, this is just like, you know, there's powers and abilities that some of us have, not only from different star systems, but as starseeds, but like also from our history on Earth, and the other versions of Earth. So some say that Earth is just Tiamat's body and blood and body and like tears and stuff, and that like a lot of the gods, mainly the main gods, were like born from her. So I don't know if that was like, if God is a woman, or maybe Ariana was onto something there. I don't know, okay. But all I do know is that I got some really amazing downloads about that stuff, which I will be sharing, not on YouTube, okay? I won't be sharing the juicy stuff on YouTube because, no, I've learned my lesson. But yeah, like what I'm saying is, this aquatic life, right? Like they think you was gonna drown in those emotions. You know, like this is someone who thought that you drown in your emotions. Not knowing you got freaking gills, like you can breathe underwater, right? You may feel like you're drowning for a second, but then all of a sudden your superpowers activate. Your gills open up on the back of your ears, and it's like, holy shit, I can breathe down here. Right? Another thing is like, there's just been a lot of training some of you have undergone on a soul level. But yeah, I mean, some of you may have even been hitched, like my fingers vibrating, but some of you may have even been hitched by secret services, or they've stepped in to assist you, you know, during this transition. While this cult leader has just sent, you know, wrench after wrench after wrench at you, and they're still going, but this energy is being transmuted, okay? And I'm getting it's because your heart is open to love, okay? Your heart is your key. It's your access key to everything in the multiverse. Like, your heart That's what these people were after. They wanted to attack everything that made you you, your innocence, your joy, right? Your connection to your heart, your connection to your family, your soul tribe. They wanted to taint everything. They just wanted it all to rot, right? They wanted to taint it, paint over it all, and it's like yeah, look at this, just create all these roadblocks for you. But look at this, the final curtain has come out. Oh my God. The end. I'm getting this is coming to a stop now. This is coming to a stop now, right? You don't need anybody to like come and confirm this to you. The universe will confirm it to you. Your guides will confirm it for you. Some of you, these galactic guys, let me just say, these galactic guys are not something to fuck with either. They're benevolent. They're benevolent, but that doesn't mean they won't break the rules a little bit to protect their own. Right? These beings play for keeps, and they're very serious about this ascension. Right? These beings that protect the chosen ones, not only the gods, the demigods, but the galactics that protect them. Right? They can turn a whole area into a motherboard. Right? And then these people wonder why you've somehow, walked through all of their traps that they've set for you, scratch free. They're like, how the fuck? Who the fuck is this person? What the fuck is protecting them? What? Then they gather up more people. Or then they go back to the drawing board. They hit rock bottom and they're like, no, I won't give up. But they don't know that you will not give up. You will not give up. You will not give up, and you stand for something way bigger than they ever have and ever could. Because you would never do something like this to someone just to feel big, just to feel some kind of superiority. You don't need to do that, right? The chosen ones don't do what they do for validation, okay? They don't do it. They do it so that they can bring other people to meet them in a higher dimension consciously. That's why they do it. They don't do things out of their ego. They use their ego as a tool. It's the only thing you can use, right? Unless you just going out meditating and you just in your own thing ascending, you got to use your ego. You got to speak, right? Well, not in all cases. You don't have to, but each light worker has a different way of working, right? Everyone's got different beings they work with, embodying as well, like different fractals of their soul that they're embodying, and some are jesters, right? And this is a very sacred thing. Like, you should check out some of the Mayan teachings, because there's just some incredible teachings in the Mayan teachings, but it's very hard to come by. But if any of you come across a Mayan oracle, check that out. Like, amazing. Could change your life. But yeah, these people have been trying to, this person specifically, like, they didn't realize that you have some kind of like military level training, right? Like on a soul level. And I call it orange box training. So when these people come out, like what I call orange box training is like a what they kind of call a humiliation ritual, a psychological screening, right? So this cult leader, they've been doing a psychological screening or sending little minions out to do psychological screenings on you, right? Unaware that you've already had some kind of training. Some of you may actually be in the police force, or you may be connected to people, all kinds of people, right? But yeah, basically they've been testing your stress levels, right? Your stress inoculation, testing your integrity, right? But this is the thing, like, as they've been doing all this to you, you've passed testing, ding, 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 ding. And now you're just going to get reward. Like your blessings have literally quadrupled because of what these people have done, the delays that this motherfucker has caused in your life. My Lord. Even to this day, the things that they want to do to you, this person, if they could get their hands around your little head and just squeeze it off and make you disappear and just, put your skin on and take over your position, they would. But that's not their duty, right? That's not their duty. Envy slays itself by its own sword. I wouldn't wish upon them what the fuck I have been through. I wouldn't wish upon them what you have been through, gang. But the matters of the fact be, if you knew what these people had been through, right? Because as the chosen ones, we transmute. Especially when people attack us. We see everything. You see everything that these people are going through. It's reflected to you in your reality. You see the homelessness, you see You see the lack of hygiene. You see, you know, the scattered thoughts. You see, you know, the overstimulation. You see the desperation. You see the poverty, right? You see all of that in these people. You see that, you know, they were raised by abusers. You know, you can see. You know it in your heart, and that's why you can have mercy for these people, you know, and a lot of the times we wouldn't be mad at people, you know, we'd sit back, we'd laugh, you know, maybe we'd light a J, you don't have to, but, or whatever you want to do, gang, but like, we'd sit back and laugh, you know, and just relax, and we wouldn't take things personally, especially when we understand why these people do what they do, you know. They may not even understand why they are the way that they are and why they're so proud to walk around going, I am the, you know, whatever they freaking think they are. They're playing a facade, right? They're acting. And look, we're all acting, but some people are acting to help others. Some people are acting to just simply serve themselves. and it's not exactly, you know, you wouldn't even say like what these people have done to you is forgivable, but somehow you can forgive them, right? And that is why the Lord has chosen you. That is why the Son, right, the Source has chosen you. Ra has chosen you. You are like the sun, okay? Some of you, this whole initiation has, it's like, oh, here comes the sun, like here comes the sun. Like, people better watch out because here comes the sun. But yeah, they've been putting you through this whole phase where they've been trying to break you down, break your nervous system down, break your emotions down, break your mind down, break everything down psychologically. And then when they're done, you know, pissing on you, mocking you and shit, they come again, right? They come in waves. They come up and they get even worse. They get even more aggressive. It's like an angry bull. And I don't know if any of you seen the recent Kung Fu movie. I don't know what it's called, but it's a Kung Fu movie. I can't remember. The Karate Kid or something. If any of you seen that, you see what kind of enemy you're up against, because it's just an angry, like, even if this is a woman that you're dealing with, right? Group of people, a man, this could be a group of men that are very misogynistic towards you as a woman, right? There's so many just outdated old programs that, look, motherfuckers, man, look, it ain't the Starseed's job to pull everybody out of their hell, you know, to pull everybody out of their misery. They're blessed are those who get to come across the chosen ones who have actually done the work, who have actually dug themselves out of every hell pit that has been set for them. Every pit that was set for them to fall into, they fly out of it. They may fall in, but they fucking fly out, you know, every time. And they think you joking when you say you eternal. They think you joking when you say, you know, there's 20 versions of me down there in the ashes. I don't care if another 10 versions of me got to join those ashes. I don't care. Come, motherfucker. Because this isn't about us as individuals. We're vessels for Source. And there's ancient consequences for attacking those who are shielded and protected by ancient forces as well. There is ancient consequences for choosing to attack the chosen ones. There's no cap about it. Alright, so I forgot what I was saying then, but anyway, we're channeling, gang. But yeah, they've been trying to, but this is the kind of training that they have in, like, you know, special forces in the police academies, or intelligence training like CIA or FBI. Right? It's like an interrogator school where they're mentally and emotionally pushed to the edge to observe how they respond under pressure. Okay, so as a starseed, you are already someone that is equipped with this training, right? So, you know, you may see that sort of play out in your family roles, or like in schools and stuff where, you know, just interacting with other people where you've always had to sort of, you know, stabilize yourself in quite chaotic circumstances. Like even people trying to humiliate you, you know, really trying to get you to, you know, talk yourself and all sorts of shit. But this kind of training is done in covert operations, in secret societies, and even Mason influence structures, apparently. But yeah, some of you may resonate with eagles, you may resonate with lions, right? Bulls, okay? I'm getting Osiris could be really, Osiris is behind you and in front of you. What the fuck is me? Osiris is behind you. Osiris is all around you, okay? If this is your message, yes, the Egyptian god Osiris is around you, in front of you, behind you, okay, has been called to you for this period, because this is not normal. These people are tiny, they're puny in the grand scheme of things. There's way bigger things for you to be focused on as a chosen one. But okay, back to the point is like this orange box training. What I call it is orange box training, where when we're talking about the orange box, we're talking about the sacral chakra, right? So, as starseed souls, we're built to be strong, okay? We're built to be very psychologically strong as well, or we go through training, initiations, trials and tribulations that make us that way. No matter how other people may perceive us, we may look, docile on the outside, we may look playful, innocent, but our psychological strength is unmatched. It's otherworldly, all right? The power of our heart, right? It's like our hearts are enlarged. Like, some of you, I even had my I'm just gonna say my friend, look, she was telling me one of her family members actually has an enlarged heart, and that's actually a symptom of a very powerful bloodline, right? Some of you may have something about you that's like bigger, right? Maybe you got a bigger head, like elongated skull or something like. But it's cool, right? It's cool. You got a big heart, or there's something, right? There could be something about you that's really unique that stands out. So yeah, it's like, we go through these trainings where we're put in interrogation. Like we've done this for lifetimes. Things that interrogate our sacral chakra, disrupt our sacral chakra. This includes SA. This includes abuse, right? I've had some people really attacking my channel, so I know, like, there's shadow banning going on. There's because people just reporting that they're acting like freaking lunatics, because I'm closing off to them, and this is the same for you, tribe. Like, you're closing off, you're blocking out. You don't want their love, right? You know what divine love is. You don't want their love. You're blocking that out. You're locking your heart. It doesn't mean that it's going to stop beating, or that it's not open, or that it's not there, but you're locking it and you're closing it off from people that do not deserve access to it. You know what I mean? They should not be allowed to even touch your heart, not with their frequencies. So that is why I personally have muted my comments and stuff, because they're just doing things to mess up my energy. I can't. I got way bigger, better things coming in for me, way bigger, better things on the way, and better things to be focused on than, feeling how their blood pumps to destroy me. Like they hunt the chosen, they hunt the unicorns. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, in that movie, with the new karate movie, basically it's like one tree, two branches. So it's like two families blending two different kinds of karate or kung fu or something like that. So it's like a new kind of way of doing something. Oh, sorry, a new way of doing the training. I'm getting all flustered, but yeah, and in the end, like this, he beats, like the main character, he trains to beat this like guy, and they call him a tiger, right? And they're like, oh, this is how you beat the tiger. You go to do the dragon kick that you've always done, but this time, instead of going to hit them up from top, you knock them from under the legs, and they just don't see it coming. And it's, gang, you gotta go see the movie. It's so good, because that's the kind of entity you're up against, just this angry bull, this angry tiger, like, and they're so easy to amp up, they're so easy to manipulate, they're not like you. You know what I mean? It takes so much to make somebody like you, like, tip over the edge. It takes so much to break you down, like, because you've already been broken down, right? And yet you look younger than you are, right? You still smile. This is what they didn't want. This was the last thing they wanted, because now this means all their energy goes straight back to them. Why the fuck up the park now? No, why the fuck up the dark? Oh shit, why the fuck up the park? I'm gonna put you in a dark, clap on, clap off. Lights on, lights off. You ain't doing nothing but running your pie hole. You gon' make me do something that'll get your eyes swole. I done turned into a rude dude, eh? Why the fuck up the night now? We got to fight, I'ma knock out your lights. Ah? Isto mandala tikina ito irama takianoya. Isu mutakara nakatikishik. Alana kia kahayaka. Hisata kwenai. Isinagai. You know, it's all good, gang. It's all good and everything's going to be okay. But, you know, you take what resonates in these readings. Okay? But yeah, some of you may resonate with the eagles, okay? Different kind of birds, different kind of tigers, lions. Yeah. And all of that. You won't let them take you out, and that just makes them even more mad, okay? So let's see what's going on in the higher realms in this court of law, because that's what I'm getting. Right? They have been identified as parasites, okay, or ridden with parasites. Yeah, family members not who you think they are. So this is a person or people, or this cult leader sent people to present like family members to you, but they were not. They were full-blown vampires, okay, manifesting with the moon as well. These people have been doing moon magic, moon rituals. Oh shit, man. Yeah, it's been an inside job. They've been doing an inside job. These parasites have been working together on an inside job to take you down, or even to get you to take yourself down, to take yourself out, you know, disappear, don't come back, don't say nothing, right? But you have stayed faithful. You have, I don't know, some of you may have been praying, you may have been connecting to your higher self in some way, right? Oh, some of you may have been just very celibate, very protective of your sexual energy, you know, eating light, not eating like meat. Let me know if it resonates. I mean, you don't have to actually, because you can't comment. but like if you can, gang. You know, but these people wanted to affect your money, right? So just imagine like your inheritance, okay? You got a trust fund from your ancestors. You got a trust fund. You got a massive inheritance. These people thought you were dumb enough to let them just take that under your nose. It's like having a rat in your, like, say you're in an Egyptian pyramid with all your gold, and this person's, one of them's got a key to your, you know, to where you store all your gold and your treasures and things, and they're taking a little bit every day. You know, they're taking a jewel, taking something every day, and then they start to get greedy, and then they start trying to take more, right? And then all of a sudden they got a collection of all this fine jewelry, these semi-precious stones, they've got all this gold, these fine artifacts. And they're thinking, yeah, this is what I deserve, right? This is what I deserve. This is what I was meant for. You know, sitting in your throne. Listen, I don't want you monkey mouth motherfuckers sitting in my throne again. They mad, he mad, but I ain't stressing. True friends. One question. Oh yeah. Beast, where you when I was walking. Now I run the gang, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. Kunta, black man taking no lessons. Oh yeah. Beast, where you when I was walking. Now I run the gang, got the whole world talking. King Kunta, everybody wanna cut the legs off him. Well, you got the yams. What's the yams? The yam is the power that beat. I mean, you can smell it when I'm walking down the street. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. I could never. Yeah, shit, that's all I know, gang. But yeah, this could definitely heavily go out to the divine masculine as well. You know, they don't want you to speak. They don't want you to know what you know, but you know what you know, you know. You got beings looking over you that you can see into multiple timelines. The beings that look over you can see into multiple timelines. But I'm telling you, these people, what they've done, it pisses them off that they can't take you down. It pisses them off so much, but, you know, you love them, but, like, that's all you got to say to them. Fuck off. You know what I mean? Fuck off, motherfucker. Not welcome here. Look at this. It's dropped on the floor. Yeah, get on the floor where you belong. Down there, right? They feel like they're so below you, they should just stay below you. Because you were never, you know what I mean? Like, you were never thinking that you were above anybody. These people did that in their own head. They think that in their own head. It's freaking ridiculous, mate. What this person has activated is such a sacred... They have unlocked so many sacred ancient codes in you from what they have done. It is insane. It is insane, and they have made you wiser. They've made you more resilient. They've made you quicker. They've made you smarter. They've made you even more powerful. You know, that's just gonna make him a whole lot madder. You can't help that you're an alchemist, gang. You can't help it. That's just the way God designed you. That's just the way Source designed you. So yeah, let's see. But look, one of the things for certain is these people are spying on you. They writing books about you, right? They writing novels. I'm telling you, like, I'm seeing somebody on their phone like this, like all in their notes, writing a long note about you. And the way that you've handled their shit. Even the devil is taking notes, right? Even the demons are taking notes on how you dealt with this stuff. My heart just expanded and jumped so much when I said that. Like, even the demons are taking notes on how you just maneuvered through that. You are so intelligent, and your intelligence is not something that, you know, can be stolen. It can't be mimicked, okay? You have you've also had orange box training to ensure high security of ancient and sacred knowledge, right? So this orange box training where there's a lot of interrogation and humiliation, you know, people using your past or things that they think can trigger you to throw in your face, right? And try to get you to react. The reason that you go through orange box initiations and trials and training is because when it comes a point where you are called to store and hold ancient high-tech information or just very important information that could be protecting the fifth dimension citizens, right? The residents of the fifth dimension is not something that anyone can just tap into. You must it's something that's heavily protected, right? The fifth dimension is so protected. Like, no one could just hack in there. You know what I mean? There's certain knowledge you can't share with other people. It's just, we all recognize each other on the fifth dimension, you know? It's all straight telepathy. And then on top of that, just all this galactic energy, you know, around where these guides, like these beings that are fragments of our own soul working in different star systems on top of it, like, you're more than a threat to these people, right? You are like, you must be taken out, because if you are not taken out in their mind, it's the end of them, right? It is the end of them, but it doesn't have to be the end of them, you know? Maybe these motherfuckers actually might have a nice smooth sail into the church, right? What's that song? Shit, what's that song? God damn, you think you cool, you think I'm not, you think you tough. God damn, you think you hard, you think I'm soft, you think you rough. God damn, you talking shit, better close your lips, you need to hush up for the end of the night. I'm gonna have to take your ass to church. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Man, that's it. They think they hard, they think you're soft. And all they do is talk shit, right? All they do is talk shit about you, you know? It's just so funny, but I was just thinking, God is non-binary, Source is non-binary, like, what? You know, like, it's just like if there was a school, right, it's like these are the naughty kids, and they have to go to detention and put in a whole different class because they're naughty. Some of them are just a little bit, some of them are a little bit slow, all right? And look, it's not your fault, but like, these children are so naughty, like they're so bad that they have to go in the naughty corner. You know, they're not part of the class. They can't be part of the class because they don't even want to understand like what's masculine and feminine. They just want to walk around pretending that they are that, trying to convince other people that they are masculine, feminine, divine, that they are royal, that they are this, you know, but they got all these psychological issues that they've projected onto you, and you've come out the other end without a scratch. They're fucking clueless how you did that. Clueless, gang. And they're clueless to the consequences that are gonna, you know, to the consequences that there are for doing something like this to you. You know, it's very, very cruel. But you know, some of these people may even, like, they may love, it's weird, like, this person could be in love with you or wants you to love them, you know, or understand them for them so they don't have to do the work. And see, that's just the petty shit. This is why they target the light ones, gang. This is why the most darkest motherfuckers target you, because they want you to do their work for them. They want you to do their dirty work for them. No. Big dog business. I will not hold your hand, right? We will not hold their motherfucking hands. Everyone's going to take themselves up, right? No one's going to do that work for you. No one's going to do the work for you. You can parade around, motherfuckers. You cult leaders, motherfuckers. We see through you, right? We see through you fake motherfuckers, okay? We see straight through you. That's why you target us. That's why you come for us. Because you know as soon as we open our truth and we open our mouths, you're done for. Your whole cult's freaking gonna fall apart, isn't it, motherfuckers? Right? But yeah, anyway, I forgot what I was saying. I'm just going off, gang. I'm just going off. But it's been a minute. It's been a minute. But yeah, gang, you've been holding it down. I feel like you've been holding it down. There's something here you've been holding on to, something you've been holding down. Okay? Hold on to your solar plexus, hold on to your sun right now, because it's about to get hot. Hot. Very hot. So hot that it might even melt these people that are made of freaking ice. So I'm getting, you know, this whole time I'm doing this reading, I just feel so much evil eye, especially in the left side. Like, these people are so jealous of your intuitive abilities. They so jealous of your gifts. But, you know, if they knew some of your gifts, they would never try to violate your energy field like that. They don't understand how colorful you are, the things that come out of your chakras when you're sleeping at night, the things that you're mapping out when you're sleeping. Right? The things that you remember too, gang. Right? I wrote this down the other night, but it was like, I think it was last night, but like, yeah, I wrote this that said, you know, you'll go through an ego death, ride through the underworld night after night and stitch your light back into your ego just to form words and smile. Then when you don't flinch at the projections of these agents, they'll call you a master manipulator. They'll call you a monster. They'll call you a sook. They'll call you a P-U-S-S-Y, P-U-Z-Z-Y. Right? Meanwhile, you literally bend in time. You motherfuckers got no idea who you are. You know, you bend in time, you shift in timelines, you happy to jump into a different universe if that's how it has to be. You know what I mean? You happy to do it. Right? But simply, they'll call you all these things because they've forgotten what you remember. It's that none of their hateful words or attacks could ever amount to the cosmic pain that we experience from remembering what has been done to our planet, to our homes, to our food, our intelligence, to our tribes, to our spirit, to our children, to our DNA. Right? These agents, bedazzled by our glow, couldn't fathom the tears we cry, not only for our ancestors, but every being inhabiting the planet, including the planet itself. Sentient and non-sentient beings. They'll call us crazy for feeling so much. They'll call us selfish. They'll call us self-absorbed for having talents. Because they envy what we have. Right? They'll call us crazy for not showing enough emotion. They'll say you're insane for understanding that source is non-binary. They'll mock us for simply existing, for dancing, for singing, for transmuting what they're afraid to face. They'll try to attack a version of you that died under 100 other versions of you laying in ashes. What they don't realize is that the ancient ones choose to come back. And if we ever do show up, we do not do it for validation. Right? This is kind of what I was saying earlier. It's just a little bit. But yeah, I say we resurrect for the sole purpose of evolution of consciousness so others can meet us in the higher realms safely. Don't mistake pure souls for weak ones. Never mistake strong souls for emotionless or blind ones. Harvesting and attacking ancient energy results in ancient consequences. You know, disrespecting the force that only lives and breathes for the ascension of this planet in its own intelligence. You know, if you disrespect that force and attack that force without even understanding it, don't ask your mama and your daddy or your freaking friends, if you got any left, or your pet, why you can't stop having nightmares, why your life falls apart. Right? There's no magical potion when it comes to the chosen ones. It's just memory, okay? Memory that's been lost and forgotten. Okay, so that's what I wrote, and that's what we have access to, is memory, you know. So what these people, it is so tiny, it is so puny, their hatred is, it doesn't matter. We have mercy for them. And that is our mission, to have mercy for these people. As much as it doesn't mean that you should dismiss your feelings of, you know, your negative feelings towards situations when people attack you and target you like this and hunt you. Right? Like, you can feel you're being hunted because your blood starts pumping. Their blood starts pumping. They're like, yes, I'm going to get it, right? Like, they're going to get these unicorn, and they're going to push it into the ocean. They're going to corner it. right? They're gonna get, and they're so aggressive, you know, and that anger. I'm telling you, anger is not, it's not as intelligent as love, right? These people they wanted you to become monstrous like them, you know, but you face monsters on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Like some of you literally go face to face with monsters. The divine puts you in places face to face with monsters so that you can go report back to your people on the kind of monsters that walk this earth, that are there to colonize your soul, to harvest your soul's energy, to divert you from your divine mission, to put you to sleep, man, to put you to sleep. And you know, some of us, we have to go back to sleep. You know, like some of us, we get so high in the higher realms, our guides, they got to put us back to sleep because we remember too much. We start seeing too much, right? And the rest of our family need us. The ones that are waking up, they need us, right? So, like, believe me when I say, if you're a real chosen one, you're in a position where you are helping people, you know that you don't have to do that, right? You know that you can unlock so much ancestral wealth. Some of you may have already done it. You could just walk off in full faith, blind faith, and everything would be provided for you, right? You could become extremely wealthy. You don't have to do anything, right? You don't have to. All you have to do is exist. You show up because it's a part of your service, right? It's a part of your like what you want to give to the world, right? It's a part of you. Not even being obedient. It's just a part of your destiny. And sometimes there's aspects of your destiny that aren't even revealed to you, so that the systems that monitor starseeds can't access it, because when it activates, I'm telling you right now, it shifts so many timelines. Even the watchers are like, what the fuck? This person's literally bending time. They're bending everything. We gotta stop him, man. We gotta put him back to sleep, right? The council will put you back to sleep because your heart is so healing, right? It shifts so many dimensions. It shifts so much, so quickly. You know, even the technology set up to monitor your timelines starts glitching out because it's unexpected, right? So the only question is, how deep did you bury it, gang? I love you. Peace to the cosmic tribe. Let me know if it resonated. Actually, let's just see what what else the court said up here. Right? So this is what I'm saying. For some of you, this person may have tried to interfere in a soulmate connection of yours. You still get your soulmate, okay? They may have interfered in something you were writing. You're going to get it. We got reptilian. Right? If you're up against a reptilian, look at this. You'd have reptilians on your side. You'd have benevolent reptilians literally guiding you through this shit. Like, you know, this sick shit that these people have sent you. You've seen what world they live in. You see what they do. You know what they do. You know who they are. You know what they engage in. You know what I'm saying? You know. You don't need to tell them what naughty they're doing. They know. Right? But this is the kind of energy, this entity, this is an entity that could have been hunting you down for lifetimes. It hunts you in every lifetime. Good luck to it. Your shit's encrypted. Good luck to him. You know what I mean? But I'm getting some of you may have something that you're going to write that's going to be very significant in your future as well. Okay, yes, these people have been doing rituals. What else does the council have to say about this situation? What has ruled in their favor? All right, we've got waiting, okay? There could be still some of you, there may be something still going on, okay? Something still pending. Okay, because this is war. These people think that you don't know that they have started a war. They have started a huge war, okay, that you have literally somehow levitated out of, right? It's like they wanted to put you in quicksand. You was drowning, and then you realize, oh shit, I can levitate. And then you and then you levitate. You get so relaxed, and you levitate out of the quicksand, like, what? And then you start moving shit around. I'm telling you right now, like, they're still waiting. They're weighing up the consequences for these people at the moment. Okay, that's what I'm getting. This person, these people, but I am seeing that it's going to result in some pretty bad financial hardship for these people, because that's what they wanted you in. They wanted you to lose everything, gang. They wanted you to lose everything, even access to your own spiritual gifts. It's very, very sad how envious and jealous this man, this woman, this group of men, this woman was. Okay, but all they've done is literally clear even more debris from your third eye. Like, this is insane. I'm telling you, they have activated so much ancient magic inside of you. It's insane. Like, they've royally fucked themselves, but they, you know, you can thank them for whatever they stole from you in past lives, for whatever they tried to steal from you in this life. You can thank them because they served you in the end, right? They serve you. And that is how this cookie crumbles, whether they want to accept that or not. That's what you get for fucking with the stars. Bada big bada boo. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. We might get an update later. A piece of the cosmic tribe. Take care of yourselves. Salute to the sun.